Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. We're going to give a few more minutes for everyone to join our live stream. I want to thank everyone who's just joining us for this quick video, just to give you an update of what's going on for the month of September. So we'll hang on there for everyone to join us today. And make sure you guys post your comments, your questions on the chat. I will be jumping in there once in a while just to keep in touch with you guys while we're doing this quick video for you. And today's video is just to go over the Perception Neuron MOCAP suite that we just introduced last week. We have my colleague here, Nina, who is joining us to help us out. Just to showcase the suite, we're going to talk about the compatibility of the suite, what works with the suite and what does not, and how to use it for the most part. So thank you everyone who's joining us. So let's give a few more seconds, and I think a lot of people have joined us today. So thank you again. All right, so let's go straight for the presentation so everyone can get up to date what's going on with us here at Neudem. So again, thank you for joining us today. Big thank you for everyone who's with us today. So let's first talk about the events that are going on with us. And we have a couple of events that are coming up for the next 3 weeks. We're taking a different approach to the kind of events that we're attending. We go to a lot of events that are catered more towards MOCAP animation, MOCAP live streaming, AR, stuff like that. But this time we're going to events that cater toward an industry that we don't necessarily touch very much openly to our public, but want to share with what we're doing. So for the upcoming events, we're actually, at this moment, we're at NSC Congress and Expo. That is the National Safety Council event that we're attending right now. And what is that event? It's just helping companies track workers, employees, any of those area to see how everyone's moving around the workplace. Are they lifting the boxes right? Are they moving around the workspace correctly? Those are kind of the details, information that we're helping out a lot of employers, insurance, a lot of companies out there who need that data to be recorded, to be exported to for a lot of evaluation that we're going on. So that's where we're at. And let me just show you a quick video clip that what we're doing. So you can see here that we're demoing Perception Neuron Pro and Perception Neuron Studio. We have a lot of people who are visiting our booth. And just to show you a quick video clip, and I hope you guys can see that. You guys can see that good? Cool. So we're just showcasing very simple. This is us right before the event, setting up the booth, testing out the suit. We're currently testing out at a convention center out in California. And again, we're just looking at the data that the suit is able to capture. You can see here, this is our colleague James, who's picking up small items on the floor. And we're also analyzing that data inside of our software. We have two different softwares that we work with. One of the big ones is Now and also ScaleFit. This is ScaleFit that we're showcasing right now. And it's very helpful for companies to read this data so that they can make sure that everyone's moving correctly, grabbing stuff correctly from the ground, moving around. It's quite helpful for a lot of users that we're working with out there. So, and again, just a couple more clips. We're showcasing with a lot of people who are teaching us and how to pick up items correctly, and we're doing it as we should be doing, and also reading that data for employers and companies so they can make sure that everyone is moving correctly. So this is great, awesome clips that they're just sharing with us from the events. This event is going on until tomorrow. So if you're out there, make sure you visit us, NSC. We have more information on our neuromocap.com website on our calendar events. So make sure you check that out. So going back to the presentation here, the next event that we're going to is Touch Designer Asia. That most of you guys aren't familiar with this event. This is for a software called Touch Designer. Touch Designer is for live events, live protocol information. You know, it's a software that's been around for quite some time, and it's great for a lot of live events. And now we're looking into integrating our suite into Touch Designer. A lot of surprises coming along the way, and hopefully you guys can see more of our demos with Touch Designer. So Touch Designer, more information on our website. Follow us on Facebook. We'll be posting pictures, videos, etc. The next event that we're going to be showcasing as well, Perception Neuron, is J-Wave Innovation World Festival in Tokyo. This one we're going to be showcasing alongside our distributor who is out there with our suits, Perception Neuron Pro, Perception Neuron version 2. And we're going to be demoing everything you can think of, you know, just live feature with character, with face capturing that we have. So a lot of cool tech that we're going to be showcasing out there. If you're around in Tokyo, send us an email so that we can meet up around that event. We're more than happy to connect with you guys out there. So make sure you don't miss out on that. Make sure you guys are posting up questions here. I'm going to be looking at the questions after the video, so don't forget about that. Just kind of touch brief about the, just give me 1 second here while I touch base with my team here before we continue going forward. Sorry about that, guys. Just going back to the presentation here. And again, just kind of going brief of what Noidum, what we've been doing for the past couple of years and going forward. And, you know, you guys can read here what's going on. We're a Kickstarter company, PN store. We've sold over 10,000 units of motion capture suit. That's quite a lot for you know, motion capture technology going out there. And we keep on evolving going forward with technology. So that's something that we love to keep innovating with. So let's go down to the basics of this video where we want to add Perception Neuron accessories. So just give me 1 second here while I'm touching base with our team. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. And going back to the presentation here. So let's go to the topic of the video, and we're going to be discussing about Perception Neuron accessories that we keep on adding to our store. And this in this video that we're showcasing today, we want to talk about the MOCAP suit that we introduced. A lot of questions have come in, a lot of emails have come in, and I wanted to do this video so that we can receive your questions and also discuss a little bit more about what the MOCAP suit has, what is it compatible with, and why we came up with it. One of the reasons why we came up with the suit is so that we minimize the timing that is required to set up with the sockets. Both kits, version 2 and Pro and Studio, come included with the Velcro strap system. There's pros and cons to that. The best thing about that system is that, you know, one size fits all. It fits virtually any person of height. You don't have to worry about, you know, the straps getting, dirty or anything like that. It really, you know, they just work. They're just straps. With that instead that we've been talking about is that the timing of suiting up, you know, can take about 5 to 10 minutes. If you're dealing with a performer and you just want to get started with motion capture, we came up with the MOCAP suit so that we can minimize the time and setting up that comes with the whole entire suit. So the motion capture suit, the MOCAP suit that we came up with has has the straps and the base already installed inside of the entire system. So all you have to do is just put the suit on and, with the sensors, and you're ready to go. So it minimizes the motion capture setup time that you have to deal with. So let's go ahead and get started with the presentation I want to come show you guys with. And I'm going to walk towards my colleague here, Nina. And make sure you get those questions coming up with us, guys, so that I can just answer any questions you guys have. So one question that Mike Kelly is asking is, does Perception Neuron work with Mac? Yes, it does. Our Perception Neuron version 2 works with Mac. With Perception Neuron Pro, at the moment, we don't support Mac. So it's version 2 that we work with Mac. So I want to check with my colleague here, make sure everything's working good. You guys can see me. You guys can hear me. Good, good. So hello, everyone. So this is me, Daniel. This is my colleague here, Nina. She is wearing the MOCAP suit that we just introduced last week. And I already pre-fitted her with the version 2 strap, so you guys can have an idea what's going on. So we'll have her face quarter away so you guys can see the back side of this. So you guys are familiar with the version 2 suit where there's a lot of cables, a lot of, there's a lot of setup that comes in with it. So you can see here that the suit, there's Velcro straps on the suit. There's also the base plates. And because we have the base plates already pre-installed in the suit, you can actually install the sockets on the base plates already. So that saves you the time and when you're suiting up and when you're putting the suit on, all we have to do in this case is remove the suit from her, and we have to suit somebody else. We just put the suit on somebody else because the straps are already pre-installed in, the base sockets are already pre-installed in the suit with the version 2 socket. So that saves you a lot of time. You can see here that, let me just raise her arm here. Right now we're doing a PN18 setup for her suit. And you can see that we have the glove already on her, placed. Everything is fitted pretty well. It's not uncomfortable. We have an extra socket here. That's for the Perception Neuron Pro setup and for the Perception Neuron Studio setup whenever you need to put the sensor here for the lower arm. So that's kind of what it is. And you can see here that what we're keeping from the version 2 Perception Neuron Studio, Perception Neuron Pro kit is that we're keeping the head strap. We're also keeping the left foot and the right foot strap. That's the only thing that we're keeping. Everything else is already embedded in the suit. So I just want to make sure you can face the camera, Nina. So I just want to make sure that everyone can see clearly. Any questions, make sure you guys ask them away. We are here to answer any questions you guys have. I want to say hi to everyone who's our frequent here. Solomon, who's joined us today. Thank you for joining us today. So I'm going to show you real quick the removal of the version 2 suit, and I'm going to be putting on Perception Neuron Pro sensors. This also works with Perception Neuron Studio. So this is just an example of how it is to remove the version 2 sensors and putting them on with the Perception Neuron Pro. So let's go ahead and get started with removing the sensors, the sockets. And you'll see how easy it is to remove these sockets. And pardon me, I do believe we're getting a bit of audio technicality here with the static. So if you guys know the human nerve system, this is kind of what you think about when you're looking at the version 2 sockets. I've already just removed the version 2 sockets. She still has the suit on. Before I continue, again, she just gave me the gloves for the version 2. You're going to see here that this is the suit that we have on. This suit already comes with pre-installed straps and base for you. And then let's remove the belts. Again, this is only if you're using the version 2 kit. Thank you. So everything's pre-installed. The bases, the straps are installed. So I'm going to start putting the Pro sensors on. So I'm going to ask my colleague, Nina, to come closer here towards me. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the sensors. So this is just demonstrating to you guys everything that comes along with suiting up and putting the sensors. It's modular system. And just to be clear, this is version 2 going to Perception Neuron Pro. You can use this for Perception Neuron Studio, which is coming down the line. And then we're going to put the hands. And I'm adding the hands straps from the Pro suit. Okay. There we go. And then right. So the beauty of this is that once I'm done with this, and let's say I use Perception Neuron Pro as my main MOCAP suit, I don't need to remove the sensors from the suit. I can keep the sensors from Perception Neuron Pro here. So I'm following everything along here. And so you can see everything is done. I already put the sensors for the Perception Neuron Pro on her. So a really quick demonstration how going from version 2, removing the sockets and putting the Perception Neuron Pro sensors on the body is. It's quite simple, quite easy. She can suit down and we can put it on a different performer and start doing MOCAP without having to deal with the straps. The sensors are already in the bodysuit and it's ready to go for the next motion capture performer or session, if you will. So let me touch base here with you guys, make sure I get any questions from anyone. So just a quick question from Jordan. Thank you for emailing us about the Perception Neuron Studio. We're going to be shipping Perception Neuron Studio end of September, within 2 to 3 weeks. And we're going to be sending out an email for a lot of our users who already purchased. So hang in there. We're going to be sending the email to you shortly. And another question from Ibis. Will the smartphone interfere with magnetism of the neurons? No, the phone does not produce that much interference for the sensors. That goes for Perception Neuron Pro. For Perception Neuron version 2, I would suggest to not stay with the phone for longer than 5-10 seconds. Be mindful of using your phone when you're using the version 2. The Pro and Studio are intended for more professional use with, they have better, the magnetism that they're not susceptible to too much interference. So with Pro and Studio, you're perfectly fine. Do you plan on working with Maxon? We do plan on working with Maxon. That is, of course, we're extending our communication with them. It is all up to them. It's kind of, we don't have a developing team to work with us so that they can develop the plugin. We rely on the community a lot with the plugins. We rely on developers of the program, third party, to create the plugin. So we are reaching out to Maxon to see if they want to work with us. If they do, excellent. We'll keep you guys posted. It is ongoing communication to see if we can work on a plugin. So hopefully in a couple of weeks or months, we'll have news on that. Okay, so any other questions? Please ask as many questions as you want. Want to make sure that everyone, if there's any doubts, any questions, please ask away. So everything, you're feeling okay? All right. So the idea for this again, guys, is so that the sensors management is much easier when you're switching from performer to performer. And also the sensors don't move around your body so much. We know that when you're dealing with the strap system, that if you're wearing clothing, if you're wearing loose clothing, if you're using, you know, baggy clothes or anything like that, the straps are gonna move around. And when you're doing an ATNS pose and you start performing, what's gonna happen is that the sensor's gonna move and they're gonna cause issues with the MOCAP. And that's gonna be a problem for your final data. We want everyone to have the suits, to use the suits so that the data is as clean as possible. It could be quite uncomfortable because, you know, you might be sweating, you might be, you know, the fabric on this is quite breathable, is very comfortable to use. And it's the idea is so that the sensors are stabilized in your body and not moving around. That's something that we always urge users to make sure that the straps are properly placed, that there's correct amount of tension, and that is quite locked on your body. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind for sure. So any other questions out there for you guys out there and for us? So I'm gonna wrap up this side of the demo and just want to make sure everyone, no one leaves a question out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the next camera view so you guys we can continue with the next demo. Thank you. All right, everyone, so thank you everyone for joining in this video. Just kind of quick brief on the Perception Neuron Studio that's coming down the line. Again, the release time for Perception Neuron Studio is end of September. We have quite a lot of pre-orders coming on, and I know there's a lot of questions out there, so we're going to give you updates today and also more information on, you know, time expectancy for the delivery. Make sure you guys email us at contact@neuromocap.com, and also here's our phone number if you guys have any questions. If you want to reach out to us, you know, within right away, we're available a phone call away. Here's our website, neuromocap.com. We also have a knowledge base for you guys, so keep looking at the knowledge base and make sure that everything's working for us. You know, just keep an eye out for that. So thank you everyone who joined us today. You have joined the MOCAP evolution for Neudum while we continue to expand and grow our technology going forward. We've come a long way from Perception on Lumen Edition to Perception Neuron Studio. So you can say there's four different generations there of different hardware that we have available out there. So just going back to the Q&A. Any other questions? I guess no questions. I hope I answered everyone's concerns, questions, doubts about the MOCAP suit. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and hope to catch you guys on the next video. And with that, big thank you. So we'll catch you guys next time, and happy MOCAPing. And thank you.